Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Saturday Night's Apocalypse. Thank you for Star Power. Where am I? What day is this? What time is this? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Saturday Night Star Power. We're here to play some Overarms. If you haven't joined us for the show before, Overarms is a new game by Rejet Studios. It's been out for less than a year. Based on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Shaman King, shows like that, and we're here to get into some more shenanigans. We have a guest here today, informed Belby Hackemup, who will introduce herself shortly, and we'll get started in a minute. But before we do, if you want to watch other shows on this channel and you enjoy what you see here today, come check us out tomorrow. That is Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern time, where our time is moving up this week a little bit because of scheduling, for Slaying 101, a Monster of the Week campaign that Savannah's been running. She can tell you all about. So come hang out with us. A lot of us are there. You're shaking your head like, no, you're not going to tell them all about it. No.
Do you know how long that would take me?
It helped me not have to vamp so much this episode.
Watch it. It's on YouTube.
Speaking of our YouTube, if you like what you've watched, you haven't joined us for any of these shows, any of this show so far, or any of our others, you can go to our YouTube channel, links below our faces if you're watching us live on Twitch, and you can see all the other episodes of that we've done of D&D and Overarms and Cypher and Monster of the Week and so on and so on and so on. Definitely support us there and subscribe if you're feeling it. One other thing I'll plug: merch. We have it. You should buy it. Lots of us have purchased various forms of GGK merchandise that you can purchase for yourself by following the link currently in the chat, also below our faces on Twitch. And there's lots of fun stuff: shirts, hoodies, tank tops, mugs. I think that about covers it. You can buy all sorts of fun stuff and support us here on this channel. But yeah, that's all there really is to say about it. I don't have anything else to say. I don't think we have any special announcements on this channel coming up this week, so I will go ahead and turn it over to my lovely players here to introduce themselves, talk about who they're playing tonight, any fun things that they've got going on in their own schedules. And we'll start with Savannah. Okay, yes.
Hello, that's me. I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I'm here Thursdays through Sundays, in either playing in or running our shows that are here. Val mentioned Slaying 101. That's our long-running Monster of the Week game that I am currently somehow still in charge of. Have not been ousted yet. Don't know how that keeps happening. But yeah, we're going to be a little bit earlier this week. Usually that show happens at 4 Eastern. It's going to be at 3. Because on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be on twitch.tv/Colonomicon for PBT May, which every Sunday of May we have been doing a Powered by the Apocalypse game over there, and I'm running the one this week. We're playing the Sprawl. I've been calling it the Cowpunks of New Nashville, and I'm going to have a great time, and all of my players are going to hate me. Because that's how I run one-shots. It's going to be really, really fun. Normally on Sunday nights, I would be on twitch.tv/LBHackemup. I think that's everything I have going on this week. So yeah, tonight I'm playing Piper. She is a pop star who just really is out here trying not to get shot. And her anima is Vega, who is a fighter. And normally I would also be doing the voice of Vespa, but Vivi's not here. So I'll just be me.
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ. You can catch me RJ2 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life. and sometimes play Monster Hunter for an ungodly amount of time. Um, you can catch myself and the lovely LB Hackem up over at the Indoor Adventures channel on Mondays, where we play our homebrew campaign. We got a wish spell, y'all. And if you want to see how we use it, come swing by. It's Elegant Magics Week, by the way, so you can catch me back here on GGK as Jarvis Huck. Also on Apocalypse on Saturday as Yorha Vainglory, and every Sunday in the morning over at the Hobgoblins channel as Roland Grandbrook, who is a sorcerer, cleric, half-elf. He just wants to see his girlfriend, yo. He's been away for a while. But tonight I'll be playing Feng, and his guardian is the Black Tortoise. They are the guardian anima. I'll be also voicing Omega, who is Penny's anima. Yeah.
Everything RJ just said is true, especially the part about playing Monster Hunter for How fucking long did you play yesterday?
On Friday.
Or on Thursday.
No, on Friday I played for about 7 on stream and then an additional 3 off.
Yeah. It's like every time I looked at Twitch, I was like, "Is RJ? That can't be right. That just needs to refresh. No.
200 hours on this game."
Hello, I'm Christina Sid. I am concerned for my friends sometimes, as you can see. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. I'm on this channel, at least sometimes off and on, Thursday through Sundays. Yeah, it is an Elegant Magics week. I'm excited. I really hope we get to this oft discussed hot spring. I have plans. Yeah. That should be fun. 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursday. I was here last night for some Neon Souls. We had some interesting times last night. Just me and Savvy. Good cyberpunk goodness.
I didn't do anything that could possibly get me in trouble with other people.
Not
that are on
at
this call
all.
right now.
No, not at all. I defended you, and I'm here on every other Saturday, and then on Sundays I'm here for Slaying 101 as well. But this evening I am playing Penny. Penny is the magician type, and she has Omega. That's her anima, and I also voice Vega, which means that I just have lyrics.com pulled up to yell things loudly at the appropriate moment. That's me.
And I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on the Twitters and the Twitches. We just hit 300 followers on my Twitch, so we're doing a giveaway. Check out my Twitter. I just posted something earlier today about it. You have to be a follower of my channel as well as comment on that post, and you can be entered. We're doing dice and a custom tumbler that Lauren's making, which is super cool. But normally, just check my schedule on Twitter. Next time you'll see me is here tomorrow on Slaying 101, and then Sunday night, Play Things of the Gods, where we have a special guest. It's gonna be Val. Val's gonna be there. It's gonna be great. Tonight I'm playing Lonnie, and I will not be playing her anima. That is going to be Val, but Steelwind is a guardian, and he has manipulation over her molecules and some other fun stuff now, so yay.
And running this game, I am Val at the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here Thursdays through Sundays, either playing games or running them. I run Neon Souls every Friday, which is a cyberpunk cipher system campaign. On Saturdays, alternating from this Saturday, I run a game called Saturday Night's Apocalypse, which has been mentioned, which is another cipher system called Shotguns and Sorcery. We're running a very modified version of the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign setting. And yeah, on Sunday this week, you can find me, other than on Slang, you can find me over on LB Hackemup's channel. and playing. I think I teased that it's an NPC I once had in a campaign a long time ago, and if anyone can guess, then I'm going to give them just super bonus points. But good luck with that. I'm taking Savannah's spot, and she's going to have to fight me to get it back. So tune in for that stream later this
And
week.
I was about to say, and we're charging for that one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's on
okay.
pay-per-view.
Okay.
Sunday.
Sunday. No, it is not Alden Beatros. Good guess, though. That's a very old
That's a pull.
reference. That is a pull.
So how much am I PayPaling you for tickets?
I think it's $40. I don't know what pay-per-view fight tickets are going for at this point, but that
Gotcha.
feels right. Y'all ready to get started? Awesome. So, previously on Star Power, your group is trying to, or continuing to try to circumvent the plannings and the machinations of a group of evil, misguided, you might say, anima users, referring to themselves as the System. You traversed into this otherworldly dimension called the Mirage for the purpose of finding a collection of artifacts that were lost to you. The mirror portal that Feng's grandpa had used to stash some of these items out of the way was damaged, and you no longer had access to some of these things that you had hidden inside the Mirage or just inside this portal. Very quickly upon entering the Mirage, you encountered a familiar, though not the friendliest face, Keanu, the holder of the anima Mercury, presented himself and explained a little bit of what he'd been up to over his summer vacation, as he, over the last few weeks that he had been in the Mirage, for him seeming to stretch on for years, he had fallen into the service of a powerful entity referring to themselves as the King of the Mirage, an entity called Tortoise. You or Keanu telling you that Tortoise wished to make a arrangement with you for these artifacts, presented you to this king, his master, and you made a little bit of a deal. Tartarus requesting, in exchange for giving you the golden pyramid that you were seeking, wished to kind of take as collateral one of your souls. You decided to reject this deal, instead offering all of your souls for the reasoning of not leaving anyone out of this or all being in this together. It was a very sort of friendship anime moment, and I was very proud of you for it. But Tartarus, as part of this deal, said that he would give you the pyramid and would release your souls back to you in exchange for the soul of one David Constantine. That if you were able to get David Constantine to Tartarus in his kingdom, that he would take the leader of the System and release you from your contract. You agreed to this, also decided to leave the pyramid with Tartarus, as it seemed to be safer in his possession, and all of you, or most of you, traversed back to the real world again. Feng deciding to stay behind to sort of keep an eye out, and also to look into a potential lead that you may have on destroying these pyramids. A process that has been lost to the knowledge of even the most powerful entities in the Mirage, but Tartarus advised you that a hermit or an older being sort of living out in the wastelands of the Mirage, who holds many secrets, might have the means of destroying these relics. So while everyone else went back to the real world, Keanu and Feng, sort of buddy pal cop duo, went on their adventure, being stuck in the Mirage for to them what felt like weeks. Penny, Piper, and Vivi went back to the system, arranged a meeting, had Will draft up a fake prophecy or a vision, and through the use of some clever manipulations by Piper, you were able to convince David that he needed to come back to the Mirage with you, that this entity Tartarus was refusing to give up this the pyramid to anyone but David himself. You were able to convince David, much to Delilah's dismay, who agreed that she would accompany David, as well as bringing along Sally. The three members of the system would accompany you back to the Mirage and to make this deal. Hopefully deal with any threats or danger along the way. While all that was happening and you were preparing to return and conclude this bargain, Feng, with Keanu, arrived at this hermit's lair and found the creature slain on the floor of their cavern, and standing over the recently deceased body is a familiar face, Lonnie, a little bit different, scarred, and changed from her time in the Mirage. Told you that she wanted to make sure that you didn't fuck things up again. And that's where we ended our session last week, so that is exactly where we are going to pick up.
What do you mean by don't fuck this up again?
Lonnie's eyes move from Feng to Keanu, and she immediately like pulls her hand back and is like, "You!" and runs at him.
I don't know what you think. He like begins to back up. You see his own anima sort of manifesting behind him defensively as Mercury.
Can I step in the way and headbutt her?
You can, yes. I will do. We can do sort of opposing.
No
strength.
anima, just strength for.
Just
Fang.
strength.
Yeah.
What does Lonnie do? Seeing Fang step in to intervene, is she going to use her anima abilities, or is she going to just try to plow right through Fang?
I think. Does he say anything?
Fang.
Just getting in her way.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just do it opposing strength.
Okay.
Let's try to just hit him in back.
This is gonna be fun. That's close. Oh well.
So what'd you each roll?
I got a 5.
I got 6.
All right, so Lonnie wins. Sort of Fang, you stepping in. Lonnie, what do you do?
Lonnie, he goes for the headbutt, and she kind of skirts to the side a little bit and kind of hits him in the chest with her shoulder, and like stops and looks at him like, "What are you doing defending him?"
He was my only ticket through this place.
What are you talking about?
Well, if you can't see, he's been sort of through a rough go of it.
And Keanu is almost recognized. Keanu is almost irrecognizable from the last time you saw him, looking much older and more haggard. Not unlike yourself.
And?
He's helping me.
Wait, what do you mean he's the only way you got in here?
I wouldn't have known about this hermit if Keanu hadn't led me to them. For all the good that's done, looking down at the body.
I'm trying to help them destroy the pyramid.
Yeah, about that. Do you have a way out of here?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, hold on. For one, why? Two, happy you're alive? Question mark?
Thanks for looking.
Yeah. Honestly,
Sorry,
I thought you had died.
Well, we need to talk, everyone.
Right. About that, and I'll update Lonnie on the plan.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not gonna work.
How do you know?
Like I said, I need to talk to everyone.
Well, we might miss them, considering they're bringing Constantine here.
Who?
The dude from the system, the head honcho.
Are you working with the system?
Yeah, it's a long story.
I've been stuck in here for a long time. Like a long time. Would you mind if we go out for just a little bit? Talk with everybody? I have some information that you'd probably like to hear.
Great. All right. It'll be a few hours if you can not get all stabby.
I'll do my best.
I'll send a bee ahead.
Okay. You send a bee. Not sure when that's going to get there based on the time disruptions you've seen, but one of Vivi's bees goes streaking off unless Savannah has a quip that it makes.
We'll take care of it.
And goes zooming away. Keanu kind of stops for a moment as you're turning around to leave and says, So this is a bust then, I'm guessing.
Unless you have a way to revive dead anima, yeah, it's gonna be a bust.
Yeah, I don't have that.
We'll just shelve that for later.
Great. So am I taxing you back to the portal then?
Yeah. Apparently, this is gonna need all of us, apparently.
Are you not gonna punch me?
Depends on how I'm feeling.
Come on. Takes his staff. Leads you back to the entrance. As you get back outside, you watch as Mercury once again sort of flows around you to your feet, sort of encircling the three of you. And as you begin to walk, friction, the material around you, everything seems to like pass in a blur with each step as your speed is accelerated far beyond human capabilities. As Keanu uses his anima's power. And yeah, if you're just heading straight back to the portal, you arrive there not too long. It takes about an hour to get there. At the rate that you are traveling, Keanu brings you back to the edge of that forest where you slew those two dragon-like animus, and you can see that red door just beyond.
All right, Keanu, we'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure. Don't take too long. Can I take some of the leftover meat buns, by the way? Because I don't know how long
I'll just
you're
give
gonna
him
be
the
gone
rest
for.
of the bag.
Okay. Thank you. Takes those, turns around, and zooms away.
We need to make 2 stops on the way.
7-Eleven's right across the street. from the store.
Perfect.
All right. You exit back out into the late evening Miami heat, that sort of residual heat from the summer day, still carrying across the pavement. Cars zooming past, still pretty lively as it is Miami, and the 7-Eleven across the street. Lonnie, no different than how you left it.
Shit. This place looks a lot better than I last saw it.
Yeah, the governor's been doing a whole cleanup thing about the graffiti.
Yeah. Do you have money?
Yeah,
Can I have like $10?
I'll hand her 10G.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna get a pair of scissors and a shit ton of sweets.
Okay.
And get back in the car.
I think we established that Piper got Feng a phone, right?
Yeah. She's nodding, so yes.
I'm gonna send a text to Piper saying back in town by the 7-Eleven.
You only have 75 of those left on your plan, so just use them sparingly, okay?
Free. Afterwards, it's like what, 25 cents a text?
A character.
Piper, it is late. I'd say it's probably like probably like 1 a.m. right now. You might have already retired for the. I think did you and Penny and Vivi, were you sticking together
Yeah.
back at like Piper's place?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is Claudia still there? I'm trying to remember where you guys left her.
I think we left Claudia in Thing's body. In oh no, Claudia's body's still there. We
Claudia's-
have to do the thing.
No, Claudia went back
Claudia's-
into her body.
She's in her own body now.
Okay.
We still have the
Kelpie's face.
chilling body of Leah, though, in the
Yes.
temperature-controlled panic room.
Yeah, Leah's corpse is in the panic room, and
What is with y'all and collecting corpses? I swear.
It just keeps happening. I don't know. It's good to have a spare.
So they're walking, just like, yeah, so my grandpa's dead. System got him. We killed a couple people. Some of them are pissed at us.
Your grandpa's not dead. He's a cat now.
Don't freak out when you see him.
No, honestly, it's not the weirdest thing that's happened to me.
So you sent a text to Piper. What does the text say?
Back. God, I'm counting it like it's ascending. Back in town by the 7-Eleven. Lonnie's with me.
I'm gonna wake Penny up.
What?
Penny.
What? Is it time? What?
We gotta go.
It's time now? It's dark out.
Fang's back. He found Lonnie.
Is she alive?
I assume so? He said she was with him, and they're at 7-Eleven. So I hope
He
she's not
probably
dead.
wouldn't bring a dead body into 7-Eleven. That would.
Do you,
not
out of all
make
of
much
us,
sense.
Fang is the most likely to do that thing.
Then we should probably get there really quickly. Let's go.
Okay.
You want to prank them before they get here?
What?
You
How?
wanna You want to pretend to be a dead body?
No, I actually don't. Thank
Okay.
you. It's really fucked up thing. Lonnie begins to cut her hair.
I was waiting to see if you actually started cutting that wig. All right, so you guys are meeting at the 7-Eleven?
Probably in the alley with the door by the 7-Eleven.
Okay. Uh, magic. You probably about 30 or 45 minutes pass, and Piper and Penny come pulling up in Piper's not the pink one, the black
The black
Escalade.
one.
Pink
Wait,
one's
you don't
dead.
get. Oh yeah, the pink one's dead. That's right. I was like, you don't get to decide. Yeah, the pink one's dead.
Yeah. I don't know how many more Escalades she has.
Buy another one.
She's a fleet. All right. The halogen lights cut off as Penny and Piper pull up. Vivi was gone when you woke up.
We'll text her.
She just texts back a few minutes later. Just says, I'm working.
Oh. I guess she went back to the bar job or something.
Okay. Whatever. Feng. Where are they? Okay, Scooby-Doo, what are you doing?
What, would you rather me have landed from the rooftop in a Superman? God, that would have been a lot better. Fuck, hold on.
Yeah,
let me read
you
the-
really should have done that. That would have been
Where
really
is
cool.
she? Dumbass.
Lonnie just steps out from behind Fang.
You're alive. Hi.
Yeah. Hey.
Hugs her.
Shit. We super thought you were dead.
I'm really sorry. I thought you got eaten by the ground.
Well, I mean, I kind of did. More than once. But, yeah, I made it out. Sort of. And then I made it out. I have a lot to tell you guys. Probably not in this alleyway next to the 7-Eleven, though.
Yeah, let's go back to my apartment.
Yeah.
You could have
It's
clarified
really good.
that she was alive. I'm just saying.
I only have so many letters
Just
on this thing.
call.
Yeah, it's free nights and weekends now. Still, right?
When did that?
Yeah.
Fang just getting into the car. For a cell phone, leave me alone.
It's still, you know how a phone works.
I know how a phone works, I just don't know how the rates work.
Just, I'm paying for it. Why do you care?
I don't like wasting your money.
Oh, so calling me would be a waste.
What did you mean by you got eaten by the ground more than
Them
once?
back.
In the Mirage, it's kind of a thing that you can get swallowed up pretty easily if you're not paying attention.
Oh.
Yeah. Wasn't too bad though. I mean, overall, I guess.
Really? Because no offense, but you look like hell.
Thanks.
How long was it for you?
A while. It's hard to tell because I didn't spend all my time in the Mirage. There's a place there. It's kind of hard to explain. Anyways, I guess Fang, did you tell them what I did?
No. Not yet.
You want to fill them in, or do you want me to?
Keanu and I were going to go to that potential lead about destroying the pyramid, and Lonnie had murdered them.
Yeah.
Why?
Destroying the pyramids is a really, really bad idea.
Okay, why?
Why?
Because it kind of brings about the apocalypse.
Okay, why?
Well, you didn't know exactly. It's hard to explain.
Okay, hold on.
Have you wait. Have you lived this more than once?
No. In the tower, in the Mirage, there's a hallway with a bunch of really freaky doors, and some of them, well, they all lead to Earth, but they're all kind of in different times. And I kind of popped into the future.
Okay, so destroying the pyramids brings about the apocalypse, and you know this because you went through a weird door.
And you told me.
Good.
Yeah. Basically, it unbalances things, and the protections of the prison fall down, and the barrier bled over into the real world. The destruction bled over into the real world, and basically the barrier broke, and all the animas were around for everyone to see.
Great, so we just don't do that. What does
Yeah.
that have to do with a guy in a cave?
He knows how to break the pyramids. So to prevent us from actually learning how to do it, stab.
You killed him.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It was kind of the whole catalyst that started the whole thing for you guys, so.
Cool. Yeah, we're all just killing people now. Cool.
I didn't really have a choice.
Well. Okay. All right. Okay.
You show us that hallway with the doors?
I mean, if we could get back there.
I don't want to go
Tartarus'
through
tower.
some freaky apocalypse door.
No. No, I just wanted to see if maybe there was another door that shows if we don't break the pyramids.
I think it's just a timeline thing.
But there can be more than one timeline.
Apparently.
Well, I know there can because every time that I turn things back, I'm guessing like the other timeline keeps going.
Yeah. Okay.
At least-
Twilight Zone. We get it. So what are we gonna do?
Release the Zodiac from their prison.
No.
Why would we do that?
Because at least that way it's a controlled fight.
Why do we have to? I don't understand.
Why
Why
can't
we
we
have
just
to
hide all the pyramids?
Fight it. Yeah.
Because then it's still a potential threat that's going to be there. Somebody could find them, somebody could release them.
Okay. And if we die,
Well, some of you already did.
Lonnie, not helpful. We're not in the future. We're in the right now.
Look, I'm just going off what you told me.
Yeah, okay, but that was weird apocalypse future me, and you're not in the weird apocalypse future. You're in the right now, and I need you to help me.
Breathe. Who died in the weird apocalypse future?
We don't know the stuff that future us knows.
Well, but
I
Lonnie
know.
does.
I know, and that's what I'm trying to get her to understand.
Who died?
Everyone.
Great.
Except for
All of
Piper.
us?
Oh,
Oh.
great. Good. Great. I get the survivor's guilt. Love it. Perfect. Wonderful.
I assumed that I would have probably had to have died because if I was alive, then I probably would have set things back.
Okay, Penny, no one's gonna die. All right.
Well, apparently we all are except for you.
Penny? Feng,
What?
please help me. Please help me out here.
Just get back to the apartment. Take some time to process this. If the future has changed because we can't destroy these pyramids, fine. Don't say anything about it. I don't want to know. anything about the future. Right now, what we got to focus on. Oh, God. I've got to talk to my grandpa.
Lucky for you, he's in my apartment.
I thought he was turned into a cat.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't turned into a cat, technically. When he died, he jumped into a cat's body.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a weird couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I bet it has been for her too, but not weeks.
Yeah. Piper's driving like a crazy person. Just...
How is that any different from any other time Piper drives?
Penny just broke
She's
the fourth
also
wall.
yelling.
You run a few stop signs and eventually make it back to Piper's apartment. As you get inside, closing the door behind you, the
Grandpa!
there's a jingling of a collar, and Ball or Grandpa Cat jumps up onto the back of the couch.
Make some kitty biscuits, I'm
Meow.
sure.
Grandpa!
She's
That is-
cool.
Oddly disturbing.
Oh,
Lonnie.
good. All right.
You remember Lonnie?
She's
It's
not
been
dead.
a long.
We thought she got eaten by the ground in the mirage.
Oh,
But she did. She just didn't die.
well, welcome back.
Thanks.
So apparently destroying the pyramids causes some sort of disturbance in the tower, and it leaks anima through to here, and things just go south.
Yeah.
What?
So the thing that we thought would happen if
Again.
the Zodiac got released is actually what will happen if we destroy the pyramids. So we can't do that.
You, the three of you, we are going to sit down and we are going to have a talk about how to start conversations with people about important information.
I'm raises a paw. I am very confused. Can we start at the beginning here?
I'm going to get a drink.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna make
Do you-
some food.
What are you gonna make?
Fried rice.
Could I get like
Yeah.
a whole ass plate of that? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help you.
It's 4 in
Can
the
I-
morning. My stomach doesn't wake up until at least 10.
Would you like something
I
to
talk?
drink then, Penny?
Tea,
I'll have a beer.
perhaps?
Great. I'll just open some beers.
All right. Lenny, I need you to sit down and tell me exactly what you saw.
I'll just speak up so everyone can hear.
It's an open floor plan, Bonnie.
So, my time in the Mirage, I got into Tartarus's tower. Made my way up to the top. There are some doors there. I was able to figure out that one of them brought me to the year 2021. And the world was basically burning. Weren't many people alive. Animas were just running around on their own.
That's way too real. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Let me guess. It all started in 2020, and
I found Piper. Piper said that destroying the pyramids caused like a catastrophic event to happen, and the barrier broke between the Mirage and the material world, and basically all of the animas escaped and people could see them, and it was chaos. And she told me that, you know what, I don't think that she ever said that Piper died. I think she just said she was missing.
Penny.
Penny. Whatever, sorry. A lot of P names.
Welcome to my world.
All right. Yes. Like, she tried to fix it, but it didn't work. Nothing changed. And I was there for a while, trained with her and fought with her, and I made my way back. She told me that releasing the Zodiac was the only way. It's the lesser of the two evils. Fight him one-on-one. You know, a more controlled environment instead of during the apocalypse.
Is it a guarantee that if we free the Zodiac, they'll let us fight one-on-one?
Well, it's a guarantee that if you destroy the pyramids, you're going to release all the animas and break the veil. So,
Damned if we do, damned if we don't situation. Got it.
Then we're gonna have to find a third option.
I missed your enthusiasm. Kind of petered out in the apocalypse.
Why can't we just take Mr. Constantine to that door and let him see what's going to happen?
It might be something he wants to happen.
He wants to destroy the whole world so that even he can't use it? That doesn't make any sense. He's a businessman.
Yeah, he kind of needs people.
We don't know his motives outside of the Black Zodiac.
I think he's a little misguided. Maybe if he sees what will actually happen,
That
maybe
makes sense.
we can change his mind.
Why don't we just tell him the truth?
I mean, we kind of have to because he'll know if we're lying.
He agreed to go with us. We'll show him what we can show him. Tell him the truth.
Will Mr. Tartarus, King Tartarus, let us go into the tower? Wait a minute. The tower? We got in the tower on our own, didn't we? We took a door to
In
the museum.
ladies' room in the museum.
Yeah. But we didn't have to ask Mr. Tartarus to go in. We just found a way. We went through the door behind the 7-Eleven and we went inside.
I don't think he controls the tower.
I think we should tell David the truth.
Maybe not when he's surrounded by all his generals.
No, just him.
How do we get him away from...
He's already agreed to go to the Mirage on his own.
Can you call him?
Yeah, why?
Let's just tell him. Tell him to meet us at the museum. And then if he doesn't believe us or if he needs more convincing, we can go through the ladies' room door.
There is such a thing, Penny, called tipping your hand too early.
Well, we can meet at the museum. And then if he doesn't listen to us, we can run into the Mirage and away through the
Well,
ladies'
he
room
already
door.
agreed to go to the Mirage with us. Why don't we just take that door? Show him what he needs to see. Tell him what's going on.
I think you're going to need his help.
Okay. So instead of having Delilah poof us there, we tell him we can go through that door?
Yeah, because I don't want Delilah anywhere near this.
Okay.
Feng, you're making that face.
Every bone in my body is screaming at me that this is wrong. But what other option do we have?
I'm not really a fan of this either. I can't do anything to stop you, because I'm a cat, but
Well, what else are we supposed to do?
you're right. Maybe I've been too myopic with this whole situation.
Good
It's
word.
been- Yeah, I do the Sunday crossword. It's difficult with the pause, but
It's just nearsighted.
me.
Anybody who's gone to an eye doctor once in their life would know what that means.
wow, that hurts.
Not everyone would use it in a sentence.
The point is, it's your generation's turn to take care of this problem. So, I can guide you, I can help you, but I won't make the decision for you. Especially since apparently the way that I wanted to do things is going to lead to the end of the world, so.
I mean, you didn't know that.
No. No, I didn't. But I guess it makes sense. There's a reason why they kept the pyramids around. There are things about the prison that they were put in that we don't understand.
You'd think they could just like write this shit down. And be like, hey, don't hurt these or apocalypse.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Stupid.
If this does come down to a fight, I want to make sure people are prepared. I'm gonna call Grandma for her to get the word out.
All right, yeah.
Maybe she can get in contact with some other anima users, and if we fuck up, they'll be ready.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Sorry.
Yeah, why don't you, you deal with your thing. I'll call her. I figured out how to use the phone.
You have a lot of adventures when we're not here, don't you?
You sort of get a different perspective on things when you can't open the door.
Yeah, if I catch you scratching my freaking sofa again,
I can't. All right.
I
yeah,
got
fine.
you a whole cat tree. Every part of it is for you to scratch. Please. I am begging you.
All right,
That is
all right.
vegan
I won't.
leather. It's expensive.
I won't do anything else. At that point, there's a the door, the buzzer to the front door of the apartment goes off.
Steelwind comes out. And Lonnie stands up.
I'll get it.
You open the door. There's a pizza delivery guy standing there. It says, large pizza with extra sardines.
Looks to Grandpa.
Meow.
How much do I owe you?
That'll be $9.99.
Give him 15. Keep it.
Thank you. Tucks it. Walks away.
Yeah,
Meow.
no, this is the weirdest thing that I've done in a while.
See, we've now set up, like, if this were the anime, the next episode before the big finale would just be an entire episode of a day in the life of Grandpa
Yeah, yeah.
and all the
Yeah.
shit that Grandpa
That
gets
would be
into.
that'd be the filler episode. Yeah. I'll
set
find a time to stream that where I just
All right.
narrate that for 3
Yeah.
hours.
set the pizza on the coffee table and open the box. You're gonna figure out how to put your leftovers away.
Just jumps on the table and starts eating the sardines off the pizza.
You're
Hey,
assuming
Piper?
that there will be leftovers.
Could have just got you sardines. Oh my god.
Piper,
Yeah.
have you talked to Adam?
I called him once.
Is he okay?
Well, no, he thinks you're dead.
Great. That'll be awkward. I'll call him in the morning. He's probably still. I mean, of course, he's still sleeping. It's 4 a.m.
Sorry, I didn't know what else to do.
No, that's probably the right call. It's fine. At least he'll know his big sister's alive. Sorry. Is there a place for me to sleep?
Yeah. I have a couple of guest rooms. Take your pick.
Yeah, I just probably end up sleeping on the floor, to be honest. Might be a little too soft for me.
Hey, you don't want to sleep in Vivi's room. It's the one that you'll hear a buzzing sound in.
Okay. She's gonna go upstairs and pass out.
Right.
After consuming a lot of rice. And probably a couple slices of pizza.
Okay. Any other conversations while
Fang
Lonnie.
takes a shower, he brushes his teeth, he shaves. It's been like a week or two.
It's good. I'm glad you're narrating. I was starting to wonder. Also, none of you used the bathroom in like forever, so I'm really concerned.
There's just a God, I've missed Colgate from the bathroom.
I didn't want to say anything, but you're kind of disgusting.
It's kind of hard to find toiletries in the Mirage.
That's why I didn't want to say anything.
Just throws a wet towel at her.
Ew. Don't let her stink on me. Are you using my conditioner?
Yes.
You're using way too much.
It's sulfate free, right?
What do I look like, a caveman? Yes.
No such thing.
Whatever.
Feng falls asleep in Piper's room.
Well, it's not the first time
We'll leave
that's
that up to
happened.
y'all, Marshall. Yeah.
Does Piper fall asleep in Piper's room
Piper
too?
also goes to sleep in Piper's room.
Ooh.
Okay. Penny goes up to her room, sits on her bed. Miss Persimmon,
There's a moment of pause where nothing happens. And then you hear a throat clear behind you. And you turn and you see essentially yourself leaning up against the wall on the other side of the bedroom.
Has that ever happened before?
No. You fucked up.
why do you look like me?
I mean, I basically am you.
No, you're not.
Jury's still out on that one, but yeah. Mostly. Everything's kind of mixed up.
Do you know anything about this?
Probably not much more than you do.
Probably.
Well, other than trying to sell my soul to a demon or whatever was a really shitty thing to do to your roommate.
You were going to do the same thing to me.
Not until you started. Pretty sure you started it. Listen, I thought we had a decent thing going here.
I don't even know what this is. I thought you were an imaginary friend. And then mom said you weren't, and I had to go talk to doctors for years.
Yeah, that stuff was boring.
Who are you?
I don't really remember. It's hard to explain, but I'm not from here. Kind of got stuck here with you. Still trying to figure that out. But I figured while I'm here, might as well make both of our lives a little bit better.
You haven't made my life better.
Pretty sure I have.
How?
I mean, doing the things that you're too scared to do. You gotta stick up for yourself more.
I never asked you to do that. You took over my body. I don't remember.
No, but you wanted me to. That's the whole thing.
I never asked you to do any of that thing.
Didn't you? Every time I did this, you were asking for help. You didn't want to do the thing. All I'd hear over and over again is, I want some way out of this. I don't want to do this. This is too much. On and on and on and on. So finally, I was like, fine. I'll help.
If I help you remember, will you leave?
I would love that, to be honest, if that's an option. I'm not sure, though.
You could have asked me.
Well, you never really tried that hard to listen.
Sorry, Grandpa's meowing in the other room. Fine. I'm listening.
Like I said, I don't really remember that much. But I wasn't always here. I know that. I remember something dark. Like your friend. The thing that's
Omega?
kind of between us. Yeah, Omega. He kind of buffers between us a little bit. But I think Omega is the thing that's like connecting us.
Okay.
Because I remember him, them. And then I was here.
And you don't remember anything from before?
No. Nothing substantial. Bits and pieces. Images more than anything. Nothing that makes any sense.
Well, I'm good at putting together puzzles. What do you remember?
I remember an ocean with sounds stupid, but like black sand. I remember a house with a red door. And I remember someone named Violet. She feels important.
Violet.
But I don't know who she is.
Do you know what she looks like?
Only an outline. I remember more than I used to, though. That last part didn't really come back to me until a few days ago. So it seems like it's getting better. The more we kind of develop this connection.
Okay. Well, don't take over my body anymore, but if you want to jump in on things, seems like we could use all the help we can get.
All right. That sounds fair.
And hopefully, if the world doesn't end, then maybe we can figure out how to get you home.
Sounds like a swell deal. Maybe I'll get home one day. As far as the body sharing stuff, I'll keep my hands off the wheel. I don't know if you want some sort of go word or something like that, if you want me to jump in. My relationship with Omega is a little different than yours, so there might be some ways I can help.
What do you mean your relationship with Omega?
Well, Omega works differently from my end.
How do we share an anima?
Beats me.
What does he do for you?
Haven't really got a lot of time to figure it out. But as far as I can tell, you manipulate time. My Omega manipulates everything in between. Space, I guess.
I'll ask my friends.
Awesome. You should sleep. I'm tired.
Can you sleep
Eat
if
a
I
piece
don't?
of that pizza first, though. No, I can't. I'm still here. I'm just watching a movie.
Fine.
Yeah. Tote sucks. All right. Let's sleep.
She'll go down. She'll get any pizza that's left. She'll pick off the anchovies.
Yeah. As soon as you look away from her, you look back, she's gone. And eventually get some rest. Anything else for tonight? All right. You wake early the next morning because you were planning on meeting with Constantine and the rest of them later this morning. So I assume if you're planning on doing this before your plan to meet up with Delilah and the others, that you're getting up pretty early. Limits you to only a couple hours of sleep, but I'll count that for getting your rest in. I don't think any of you were too badly off prior to this, so it's at least enough to keep you going. But I think I want to just go ahead and take our break here, because it is almost 8:15. We will have a little bit longer in the second half to see where all this goes. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back very soon to continue our session and see what the party decides to get up to. So stick with us, get some water, stretch, anything you might need to do, eat a snack, and we'll see you here in a few minutes. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We are back, refreshed, and ready to go in our overarms game. I'm not going to try to summarize what's going on. It's a lot. Lonnie's back from the future, and y'all are trying to figure out what you're doing next. So you wake up the next day, refreshed. Everybody can refresh their AP and their HP, and you wake up very early in the morning, probably still a little groggy and tired as your alarms go off.
Lonnie's making breakfast.
Everyone but Lonnie wakes up as you have a plan to enact. How would you like to do this?
Am I gonna call him and try to get him to meet with us? By
Early.
himself?
Because otherwise Delilah's gonna be there.
Any last reasons why I shouldn't do this before I do it?
Sounds good.
I don't think he's a bad man. I think he has a really, really big ego.
Well, so would I. Who am I kidding? So do I.
The whole thing with the three families, I think it just really puffs up his ego a lot. But I think if he realizes that what he's doing is literally going to destroy the entire universe, he's not going to make any money that way.
Feng,
I think he can be reasoned with.
you hate this plan the most.
Yeah, but it's all we got.
Okay, not exactly the rebuttal I was expecting, but great.
All my other plans have apparently destroyed the world, so why not?
Once again, thanks for the vote of confidence. Okay. Gonna call him.
All right. You call. You get Constantine's assistant, who patches you over to his personal line. He picks up. Surprisingly, given how early it is, seems to be fairly awake. Power business guy. He's probably been up working out since 4 a.m. He answers the phone, actually sounding like he just came off the treadmill or something. And Constantine.
David, it's Piper.
Oh, right. Piper. What's going on?
Listen, I know we had a plan for today. I need to change it. I need you to meet me early.
All right. What is this about?
Something's come up, and I think you need to see it. I think just you need to see it.
I appreciate that. I can certainly meet with you if we need to. I can cancel my morning appointments, but Delilah will want to escort me as
No
my
way.
head of security. No? Why shouldn't I bring Delilah with me? But you can understand this sounds fairly suspicious. I trust you,
know.
but...
I don't really want to explain over the phone. Please,
going to
just
have
can you
to
give
give
me
me
this
more.
one? Just this one thing.
I'm gonna have you roll to attempt to manipulate him. It's gonna be charisma, unless you want to use Vega in
I
some way.
Do want to try to use Vega,
Okay.
because I have a new ability. And the way that it's written, it's called hallucination. But the way that it's written is Vega uses sound to manipulate people's perceptions of their environment. And so I want to make me sound scared and trustworthy and convincing.
Plaintive.
Okay. Yeah.
I want him
I'd say you could
I
go.
want to sort of use him to make sure I'm manipulating my voice in a way that it is like, there's no way he can turn this down.
Okay. Yeah. I think go ahead and spend your 3 AP for your ability,
Yep.
and yeah. Go ahead and roll. We'll do charisma and power.
Great. My 2 best things. Come on, Viper. That is a 17.
That's really good. That's definitely enough here. Yeah, I mean, you sort of manipulate your voice, kind of carrying through the phone. And I would say that with the nature of this ability, too, the way we discussed it, like, not only does it manipulate the way he perceives your voice, but the way, like, his emotions in this moment, too, causing him to be more trusting, more accepting of what it is that you're.
A little pliable.
Yeah. I think that's within the scope of your power. And he listens for a second, and you hear him sigh and says, "All right, I understand. Where would you like me to meet you?"
The museum.
Museum. All right. I can meet you there in 45 minutes.
I'll be there.
All right.
Thank
Are
you.
you sure everything's okay?
No, I'm not.
You're not in any danger, are you?
We might all be.
All right. I'll be there right away.
Thanks. Hang up.
Hangs up.
Boy, that hero complex is so easy to manipulate.
I told you he has a really big ego.
Okay, he's gonna meet me at the museum in 45 minutes.
Are we all going?
I don't
Yeah.
guess the 2 of them should go into the Mirage if he agrees. I don't want him to freak out either, though, and think he's getting ambushed.
Lonnie, can you tell me how to get to the door?
To the door to what? The Mirage?
No, the door you went through to see the apocalypse.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be harder with more than just me.
We're gonna have to show him something, so.
Right, I'm remembering it's very difficult to get into the tower and up there.
No, I mean, getting into the tower isn't difficult. It's navigating the tower. That's
Okay.
because the area sort of moves and shifts, and things aren't consistently in the same spot. You could attempt to navigate to it and try to find it. The first time you found it was mostly by accident.
Yeah.
But you could certainly try.
Yeah.
traveling with multiple people and stuff probably wouldn't make much of a difference other than safety
Okay.
in numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mostly just going to be trying to guide yourself back and trying to remember the path that you took.
Yeah, I mean, I can try. It's kind of not always the same.
Something to note as well. I'm not blaming you, Lonnie, just because you killed the only person who knows how to destroy these things, the future might have changed significantly.
Hopefully.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but since I know that the future can be changed lots of times, that's probably just the one timeline where that's what happened. If it's not, well, that's kind of interesting, at least.
Penny, is there anything like a fixed point in time? Something that can't be changed?
Singularity?
Yeah.
Maybe. I've only really changed a lot a few times now. But I do know when you change things, there's a thing called like a butterfly effect. Like one little change can make a lot of other little changes happen, and then something big happens.
Yeah.
You'd also know, based on your experience with this, because it's the nature of how your ability works, when you change something, time has a way of trying to correct whatever it is you changed. So when, like, for example, when you save someone from falling off a building, they still end up getting hurt by something else later on, as similar as possible. So you could probably gather from that if you change something, like now that the Tristis has been killed and you don't know the information now, time is probably still going to try to correct destroying the pyramids, doing that as long as that remains possible. Which Penny or Lonnie, you would also know, is one of the reasons why Penny was, or Piper had asked you to, had said that you need to let the Zodiac out, because that is the only way to keep that energy from being released.
Okay.
So, you have your plan to meet up with Constantine. Unless there's anything you want to do before then, we can go ahead and move to that scene.
There's a Tupperware container of fried rice that is tied between 4 bees, and it goes off into the mirage towards Keanu.
Wonderful. You do notice that the pizza was put away. The box, it was like pushed near the door, but couldn't actually get into the trash can. And there's a plastic or like a Tupperware bag or a Ziploc bag in the fridge that has a lot of like holes in it from claws from Grandpa trying to close it and drag it to the fridge. Did the best he could.
He tried so hard.
Tried very hard. But it's not going to keep that pizza fresh. All right.
The fridge is going to smell so bad.
It's going to smell like sardines very badly. All right. You all get into Piper's car, head over to the museum. Then about 30-45 minutes, you are there. Is Piper going to go in for the initial conversation by herself?
She wants to.
I think it's a good idea.
Can you guys...
That way he doesn't think we're ambushing him.
Yeah.
And then you can tell him that since we're going to go into the Mirage, you want more people because it would be safer.
Can you guys be chill?
Yeah. I'm chill.
I won't be far behind.
So that's a yes. I'm assuming a yes from Lonnie and a no from Feng. Great.
It's a maybe at best.
You're starting to sound like me. Get out of the car.
What?
You head in towards the museum. As you reach the front doors, it's unlocked and opened by one of the attendants to the museum, one of the workers there, who greets you and says, "Oh, Miss Piper, David is inside waiting for you."
Great, thank you.
You head back to the planetarium and find David standing where he usually is for your meetings, waiting for you.
Question. Do I know what his power is?
David?
Is he an anima user?
He is, yeah. Future Piper would have told you a little bit, maybe, based on what they all knew. All they knew, I think all you all know at this point is David has the ability to sort of discern truths and like tell when people are lying.
Okay. If she's not going too far, I'm gonna tell Steelwind to find a shadow.
It's definitely going to be outside of Steel. You have 12 meters.
18.
18 meters. If you got right up to the building, you could probably send Steelwind inside to keep an eye on. But if you stay out in the car in the parking lot, you're not going to be close enough.
Okay. I think Lonnie would want to do that though.
Okay.
So Lonnie gets out of the car.
Where are you going?
I'm just gonna keep an eye on things.
Okay. Should we all go wait outside the building?
No, I'll be fine by myself.
If you see a big, like, military-looking lady, don't make her mad.
Everyone likes me.
Okay.
All right. So, Lonnie, you come up to the, you get as close to the building as you can. You send Steelwind inside. Try to keep an
Be
ear
as
out.
stealthy as possible, yeah.
Yeah, I think Steelwind is able to make it to like outside the doors of the planetarium, so it can vaguely hear what's going on inside.
Just to make sure she's not in trouble.
Okay. Piper, as you make it inside, David gives you a smile, says, "So, bit early. Coffee or anything? I had some made."
Sure. Thanks.
I think he's got a cup of coffee. Hands it to you. A paper cup, or a styrofoam cup, and sits next to you in the sort of stands of the planetarium and in the general seating. So, what's the problem?
The pyramids.
All right. I believe that we're dealing with that. Has something developed?
A lot of things have developed. I just... Can you just look at me straight out and tell me what you want to do with them?
Certainly. If it wasn't clear, and I've tried to make it clear with everyone, but my goal is there are very powerful people that are currently trapped, you could say, in the Mirage.
Yes,
The pyramids
I understand.
hold the key to
The
releasing
Black
them.
Zodiac.
Yes. That is my family's purpose. Duty passed on to me by my ancestors.
is
I wish to
to
set them free.
let them
Is to
out.
set them free. Yes.
Great. Okay. Problem. A friend of ours has been in the Mirage for a long time. She went into the tower, went through some of the doors, and saw the future. Use your
Alright.
freaking thing on me to know I'm telling the truth, okay? If you need to.
Why would that be necessary?
I don't know, but you're making that face. That face you make when you're pretending to be all... What is that word Penny uses? Magnanimous? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Perhaps.
But you don't actually really trust what's going on? Look.
I make it a point not to use Sol Invictus for personal matters like this. If it would help ease your mind that I will trust you, then with your permission I will.
Look. There's two different paths we can go down. Or there were. We're looking for a third. If you let the Black Zodiac out, we're all gonna die.
How do you know that?
Because we were trying to keep you from doing it.
What do you mean?
We were gonna destroy the pyramids. And if we do that, the apocalypse starts and everyone's gonna die.
I'm sorry. So you're saying that you joined the system for the purpose of thwarting our plans?
Yeah.
Who do you work for?
That I'm not gonna tell you.
And I'm just supposed to trust that what you're telling me now is the truth, then, if you've apparently been lying to me since the beginning.
I told you. Use Sol Invictus. We were trying to stop you from opening the thing. The way we were going to do it is going to cause the apocalypse. If we let the thing out, we're going to have to fight it. And most of us are going to die. So either all of us are going to die, or most of us are going to die. And we're looking for a third option. And I didn't see a way to do that without looping you in. David, I don't think you're a bad person, and I know you're doing this because of your family's legacy or whatever, but I don't think the apocalypse or the pseudo-apocalypse is worth it. And I don't think, as much as you think you know, that you really know what's going on here. I'm telling the truth.
So destroying the pyramids causes
Apocalypse.
the apocalypse, right? Releasing the Zodiac as per my original plans. Have you seen what happens there?
Apparently, it gives us a fighting chance.
I don't understand. Fighting chance.
It's a
The Zodiac are anima users like us.
yeah, and they're locked
The
up
most-
for a reason.
Erroneously.
According to who?
What I have been taught, and the scrolls that were passed down amongst my family, ancient diaries and writings of my lineage, the Zodiac was responsible for the first of our kind. They're the ones that first granted us with these abilities. Releasing them allows the rest of humanity to hold the same power.
You want? Well, there's other people out there who have different versions of the story. Just because your name is Constantine doesn't mean you're right.
You have affiliations with the other families, then?
Yeah. And they have a different story than you. That's the
And why would
thing.
their story be... Why would you trust in their story more than mine?
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't. I don't trust either of them. Because it's all just stories. You can
Well
go
then.
into the Mirage with me right now. We can show you what's gonna happen. There are doors in there that lead to the future. That's not stories. That's proof. You have to trust me.
Do you believe there's a door there that shows the alternative?
There's gotta
Not
be.
of the one destroying the pyramid.
There's gotta be.
Well, alright
And if
then.
we find it, and if it's great and wonderful and all freaking sunshine and rainbows, then great. We'll do it your way.
Fine. I agree. I will follow you. Show me this place.
I'm bringing my moons with me.
Yet you don't want Delilah involved in this.
No. She's tried to shoot me at least twice.
When? She didn't tell me this.
The people who work under you don't tell you a lot of things. Did you know Stephanie wants you dead?
I'm sorry.
Did you know Stephanie killed Claudia?
No. Roll a charisma check.
Okay. $11. This is bigger than you, and it's bigger than me, and boy, is it bigger than the system. David, you gotta trust me.
All right. I want you to understand something, though. I don't bring Delilah with me because I need protection. If this is a trap, if this is a falsehood in any way, I will sense it. And there will be ramifications.
I've already staked my soul on this, David. Not afraid to stake my life at this point.
All right. Gather your moons. We can use the portal down the hall.
Gonna start to walk out, and then assume everyone has been listening.
Yeah, Lonnie's gonna move away from the wall, and Steelwind's gonna join her. She'll open. What kind of car is it?
It's an Escalade.
Okay. And where's Fang sitting?
Oh, Fang had gotten out and asked Penny for a smoke.
Yeah, they're smoking outside the car.
She's just gonna. Piper's on her way back. Just before she gets back, Fang, I don't know where things are with you guys yet, but I swear to God, if you hurt her, I will kill you in a very, very creative way. Cool? Cool.
But before that, can Penny have a quick conversation with Fang while that was going down?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Give him a cigarette. Fang.
Yep.
I kind of talked to Miss Persimmon last night.
Like... Okay.
Well, apparently she's just in my head all the time. But this time she kind of showed up, like, behind me. But she looked like me. It was really creepy.
All right.
She says she got stuck. Like she's not from here. I don't know what from here means. I don't know if it means like this time or like Earth.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I kind of don't want her in my head anymore.
That's fair.
And I don't think she wants to be in my head either.
So you want to find a way to get her out? Return her to where she's actually from?
I guess. She says that since she's stuck, though, she has like she has an Omega, but it's not like my Omega. It's like another Omega, and it does different stuff.
Well, anima form their abilities based around what's in a person's soul, so if she is a separate entity from you, it's not surprising that their Omega would be different in some way.
But it's not a different Omega, it's the same Omega. Because she's a different soul. But she's stuck with me?
I'm going to consult Tortoise, see if any of the generations ever stumbled across this before.
Yeah. I wish I had something to talk into.
Bang! You hurt Piper, I'll hurt you in ways you never imagined.
You consult in your mind with Black Tortoise for a moment. She responds and says, Feng, there's nothing in my memory that would connect to something like this. This seems to be original.
Oh, a lot of firsts this time around, so not surprised. All right.
It's very disconcerting, Feng.
That a single anima is being used by one user or two users.
Yes. I do not like it.
Oh,
You should be wary.
it does give me some ideas.
You cannot share me with someone, Feng.
Within the family, just think about it, an army of black tortoises.
That is not how my power works.
Can't blame a guy for trying.
You are a foolish child. Focus on the task at hand.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. You see where he gets it from now. Tortoise says that they haven't encountered anything like this before either. If it's an immediate problem,
No, I don't think it is. I mean, she says she can't remember anything. But the more that she and I talk, the more she remembers. So maybe if she can remember more, she can remember like where she's from. And then maybe we can figure out how to get her out of me.
if you are going to speak to her again, at least have one of us nearby.
Okay.
All right. We're going to be all right.
I don't think you know that.
I can hope.
Yeah. It's not the same, though.
It's something that'll keep me going, at the very least. If things do go south, and you do have to use your power to rewind time, well, I don't want to say I'm giving you the go-ahead.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not all that bad in the future door.
Lonnie seems extremely traumatized. Pretty classic symptoms of PTSD. I'm pretty sure it's bad.
Feng will fall silent.
Lonnie comes trucking over. Says her thing.
All right. It's about this time you see Piper come to the front doors. Wait for you all to.
Leans over
Come
to
on.
Lonnie. They did kiss in one of the versions, but I turned back time on that one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, kiss. Mm-hmm. Lonnie eyes Feng. Continues to walk. Steelwind. We're going back in.
I told him everything.
Yes, mistress.
Thank you.
He seems like a lot better behaved now.
Yeah. Turns out we had to work together to survive.
Oh. He respects you now.
I guess. Do you respect me now?
I respect your strength.
And I respect yours.
Wow. That's really nice.
She shadowy pseudopod for a fist bump.
Just materializing fist in the air.
Boom.
All right. Piper, you're back with them.
I told him everything.
Yeah, how's he taking it?
Well, actually, this is kind of the one thing I'm good at.
Good at a lot of things.
Thanks.
How do you think I got so strong?
I assumed fighting in the Mirage.
Spent more time with you than I did in the Mirage.
We don't have time for me to wrap my brain around that right now.
Time is weird.
Yep.
But thank you. So he knows.
Great. How much does he know?
He knows about the plan. He knows I'm in contact with the other families.
Great. This is gonna be fantastic.
I didn't
Does
tell
he
him who.
know- Did you tell him about the whole we had to get him there or else they're gonna take our souls?
We'll leave that part out.
I did say I staked my soul on this, but I think it could have been taken as a metaphor. I did not tell him what happened with Tortoise. I did tell him Stephanie wants him dead and that she killed Claudia.
Cool.
Okay, you told him almost everything, yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like sort of a really sort of punchy thing to drive it home.
No, that's good.
But I didn't lie. I also didn't tell him who the families were. Feng.
I'm
Well,
pretty
he probably
sure.
knows because the other family's all dead, right?
I'm pretty sure that if his family is like mine, they would have kept records and journals.
Oh,
So
he
as soon
talks
as he
so
sees Black
much about
Tortoise-
journals, let me tell you.
As soon as he sees Black Tortoise, well, I think he could put two and two together.
Listen, all he wants to know is that it's not a trap.
Not a trap, right?
Technically, no.
You do need this guy to, like, get the Zodiac out.
Well, see what the hell's gonna happen when the Zodiac does get out, and then maybe we could get a third option, as Piper says.
That's kind of what I'm angling for. Right now, I just want to prove to him that the apocalypse thing is real and hopefully freaking find out what will happen. I mean, if there's a door that goes to what happens when we destroy the pyramids, there's got to be a door that goes to what happens when we let the Zodiac out. And
It might be the same door, honestly.
And I'll tell you guys what I told him. If it's all freaking sunshine and rainbows, then great, we'll do that.
All right.
All right, but when we go into the future, I don't. I will tell
don't
you
want to
what
talk
this
to
is
my future
avoid.
self.
Right.
Am I cool?
Well, I mean, it's you, so yeah, but you're also pretty, like, scarred.
Mommy. Wait, like
What?
emotionally or physically?
Both.
Uh.
I mean, you've had to watch people die and live on.
Okay, but like the face or like.
I mean, honestly, you got pretty cool scars. Mostly, you had like one on your eyebrow. I kind of took the brunt of that one.
I guess that could work still.
Yeah, just picture like my scars, but just here.
They call that a beauty scar in the industry. That's why that you really only see like a scar like on a cheek or on an eyebrow in the movies. It shows that
Yeah.
someone's injured, but it doesn't take away from their overall attractive factor.
Right. Right. So worst case scenario, I can work with that. Okay. What?
What?
Trying to.
What?
It looked good.
It didn't feel good. Let's just. Can we? Before I vomit.
Leans into Piper. Is this all a thing right now?
Wait, which part, honey?
All of them. All of it?
Are you asking if me and Lonnie are a thing?
I don't know.
No. No.
Okay.
We're friends.
Because it just seemed like a thing, like the other one was a thing. So I was just checking.
No,
Sorry.
we're just friends.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you can ask her. But my understanding is that we're just friends.
Lonnie, is that a thing?
I sort of meant without me standing right here.
Oh, sorry.
There's a snirk from Feng as he's walking towards the museum.
It's gone. Think we should go.
Okay, sorry. Later.
Y'all can make decisions for yourself. This is 20 years in the future, so 20 years older Piper. I don't know if that makes a difference to anyone, but
Not 20 years older, Lonnie.
yeah.
We'll see.
They trained together. That's how she got strong.
Just gals being pals.
They might kiss.
Oh, wouldn't that be like so funny?
Unless.
Okay. You head back inside with everyone. Find David waiting just outside the planetarium. Looks over all of you. Eyes sort of stopping on Lonnie for a second. I'm assuming this is the friend that you told me about, the one with experience in the Mirage?
Yeah. Lonnie. David. David. Lonnie.
Pleasure.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Constantine.
Hello. Penny? I forgot what name you gave him, Fang.
Song.
Song. Song? Alright. In we go then. And Constantine leads you back to the women's restroom, which perpetually has the closed sign on the door. Inside to the back stall. Opens the door. And there it leads into a familiar portal. Into the interior of the White Tower at the center of the Mirage. You'll step through, feeling that familiar, strange sensation of entering this otherworldly domain again. And you have this, as you step out through this door on to the inside, closing it behind you, the passageway sort of branches off and then extends out to this sort of infinitely spiraling staircase, branching upwards and downwards from your current perspective. Thousands and thousands of doors branching off from this tower's exterior. So Lonnie, you want to try to guide them?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I will try and do that. Lonnie immediately kind of just looks at ease when she gets back in there. Though looking around at all of the doors and stairs and stuff, she kind of tenses a little, but like relax, and then just starts moving like with no like thought of anyone else. Got gets like 4 steps ahead and then like stops, turns around, and waits for everyone. Yeah, I guess I would like to try and lead them up there. How should
Okay.
I do this?
I was gonna have you roll intelligence. If you can make an argument for some way that Steelwind is able to help you, and guide you, you can roll one of Steelwind's abilities as a junction.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I would like to use my second ability, and use it so that I'm going to arrange it so that my ears, or no, I'm going to arrange it so that I can hear through my hands. And so as I pass through like next to doors, I can kind of hear at them and determine what's behind them and keep moving on.
Okay. So you spend the AP, the 2 AP for that.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have you roll, we'll go with intelligence and power.
Okay. How do I roll 2 at once?
So just click the die for intelligence and then click the die for power.
Oh.
And it'll bring up both, and then you hit roll. Make sure you clear your last roll too.
Okay. Oh shit.
Roll be cool like that.
Okay, power and intelligence. Okay.
And then just hit roll.
Falling. It's 15.
Nice. That's very good. With a 15, kind of moving along the walls, and some of it feeling familiar to you as you're passing through it. Familiar is in like you'll see a passageway and an arrangement of doors in a corridor, and you remember this arrangement, but not necessarily this placement. Think of the Mirage as almost like a Rubik's Cube that is constantly being moved around. The pieces stay the same, the locations change though. But based on the proximity to some other pieces that you remember, because you spent a lot of time wandering around through here, you're able to sort of begin to piece together the direction you need to go. Generally, you do know that the location that you went was down. That you wandered down this passageway this stairway for a long time. As you continue to move down, the one thing you do, and all of you might notice this too, is everything seems to almost get older as you move down. Like the tower is built upon itself. The doorways leading down here seeming more worn, more used, like they've been here for longer. But you wander all the way to the deepest recesses, even though it continues to extend infinitely down even further, and you recognize some scratching on the walls that you remember from your last time there. As you had sort of in frustration sort of struck out with Steelwind at the tower itself, and this really sort of just anxious and frustrated moment, and you know that you're close, and you turn and you see a stairwell leading up into the wall from your following down a corridor to your left, and you begin to guide everyone down that way. And shortly after following this corridor, you realize that you remember where you are, and all of you see this ancient looking passageway, old but pristine, everything seeming exactly preserved from whatever its intended design was, like seeing the freshly minted pyramids for the first time back in ancient times. This ancient construction, but but new. And set along these the sides of this corridor are a series of doors, all made of stone. No markings or anything on them, but these stone doors proceed on opposite sides, far, far, infinitely far ahead of you. You, Lonnie, based on where you're at and remembering this, about 20 doors down or so, you find the door that you remember walking through. Almost like
Didn't
you had
lose
been
anybody,
pulled to
did
it
I?
the first time.
Mm-hmm. Didn't lose anyone?
All still here.
Good. She'll kind of flex her hands and they go back to normal. Thank you. Yeah, here it is.
Constantine, who's been following quietly this entire time, inspects the door, looking around. And where do the other doors lead?
Other places in time. Other places as well as times.
Interesting. I never knew a place like this existed.
It's pretty dangerous.
So, this door will lead to the future that you have experienced already.
Yep.
Well, shall I go first?
1 second. I wonder if these doors will give off a reading. Maybe they'd have similar, like, future, past sort of thing. Feng's going to spend an AP to do an aura reading on the doors to see if they're, like, collates to this is a future door, this is a future door, this is a past door, this is a past door.
Yeah. We'll probably do the same sort of roll, which would be, I think, intelligence and power. Making the most sense here as a junction.
5.
Total.
Mm-hmm.
You do sense aura differences between the doors. Slight variations. Most of them seeming mostly the same. With just slight differences, but every 7 doors, there's like an abrupt change, and then a group of 7 on either side. I should say it's 14 doors in total, 7 on the left, 7 on the right, and then a change, and 7 on the left, 7 on the right. Like the color and the quality of the aura changing for each one, and within those 14 doors, just slight variations between those.
There's a slight shift in the aura between the doors, except for the last 2 at the end. Those are extremely different.
Yeah, and the pattern continues in infinitely as you walk up and down to sense it. Every 7 doors, it's different, or 14, whatever. You get what I mean.
Mm.
That kind of makes sense. There might be just slight changes that were made. These could all be around the same time.
The last doors being catalyst events, I guess. Big
Or
changes in
really,
the world.
really big change.
It wants to take a stop into the future.
A brief stop. You don't want to be there for very long.
I think Mr. Constantine should see what's going to happen.
Okay. I'll go first. I will open the door.
You open the door. All of you stepping through it to see the passage on the other side as the doorway looks out into a sort of a dark, dimly lit alleyway, not too dissimilar from any that you may see on the Miami street. But as soon as you step through, you do notice something different. The air is heavier, and the sky above you is sort of gray and clouded. In that narrow sliver that you can see between these buildings. And immediately as you turn to your right, looking down the alley, you can see that the buildings across the street immediately seeing some signs of destruction and ruin. Windows shattered, glass littering the road, a car kind of askew parked up on the curb, tires flat, sides of the car rusted, back window or the rear windshield shattered out of it. And as you take a few steps out of the alleyway, you get your full view of this future. You see a Miami street, one that may be familiar to you, though you can't place its exact location. All of these buildings on the street are in the same condition as the one you initially saw. Doors off their hinges, windows shattered or clouded, vehicles turned over, burned out long in the past, and just general designs of destruction and ruin. But the one thing that catches you the most is the quiet. Where in the present day, as you would remember it, you always have that hum of the city, cars moving, horns honking, sirens going off in the distance. But where you're currently standing, there is no sound. Just absolute still and quiet. But the one thing that is the most disconcerting as you stand here and peer out is looking up over some of the ruined skyscrapers that still dot the Miami skyline. You look up to the clouds and they don't look natural. You've seen overcast days before, but this is lower, more oppressive, darker. And then you see the clouds shift as an impossibly long, immense creature hovers amongst the clouds, like a serpent coiling and uncoiling, wrapping amongst the winding stratosphere. And its color is dark and gray, mixed with some shades of blues and purples. You can't even see the beginning or end of whatever this creature is, but you know, looking at it, this is some form of anima, something you've never seen before, and you hope to never see again, that just dominates the Miami skyline.
What is that?
Do I know what it's called?
Piper didn't have a name for it. She just showed up around the time that the portal, or that the veil tore, and it's just sort of always been there. I think, based on what she told you, when Grandpa was still around at that time, when this first happened, believed it to be some sort of ancient animus that dwelt deep within the mirage, that found its way out when the breach was made.
Yeah,
But you know that there are other creatures likely around. It's quiet. There's not a lot of activity because there aren't that many people left. So
I'll
you
tell
know,
you.
more than all, to being quiet would be important here.
I'll tell you later. But we need to be quiet. Have you guys seen enough?
Constantine, sort of mesmerized by this sight, has stepped out just ahead on the street, looking up. Turning back, looking at you. Is there anyone left?
Not a ton. Get back in the alley.
Right. Right. Of course. Begins to take a step back. And you all hear a shifting of something moving in the alleyway towards you. As you turn, all of you on edge, sort of tensing. You look and you see a huddled, hunched figure with a few coats pulled over, as it is very cold here from what you would expect. Kind of stepping up and lowers a hood. You see a much older, probably in his late 80s at this point, Will, leaning on a walking stick, kind of shuffling towards you. You're really here.
Lonnie moves in front.
I saw it, but I didn't believe it. Constantine, from behind Lonnie, sort of not wanting to move, not sure what's going on, but does seem to relax a little bit as he recognizes Will. He says, Will, is that you? My friend, what are you doing here? Will says, surviving. Well, others have not. I wasn't sure if this was real or not. Penny, you're alive.
Hi.
I'm so sorry.
For what?
For not stopping this. For not stopping you.
What did I do?
This.
I did this?
All of you did. Did you come through the portal? From the past?
Looks to Lonnie like, do we talk to him? I don't know.
They're here to see and to prevent.
You cannot let this come to pass. I'm sorry. And you watch as behind him he manifests his anima, the great stone wheel of Uranus, appearing behind him. I can't let you do this again.
We won't. We won't. We're gonna go back and we're not gonna let it happen.
I can't take that risk.
It won't change anything. If you let us go back, we can change it. Please.
Will, what did we do?
I'm not sure of the details, but you did what you said you were going to do. You stopped David. You went in the Mirage and you came back without him. After that, everything broke.
We have David with us. We're showing him so we can fix it.
I want to do this.
Somebody want to roll to try to talk him down.
Boy.
Since he's my friend, should I try?
Yeah, I have a. Don't we have the same charisma?
I have an 8 now, I think.
Oh, you have way more than I do, sister. Go ahead.
Let me see. Yeah, I have an 8
Yeah, unless
now.
somebody else. I'm not capping it here. If somebody wants to step in and talk some more, if Piper wants to say something, she can. But
to say something.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have an 8.
Got a D4, so you know the ladies talk.
Will, we're trying to fix this. That's why we're all here in the first place. We came here of our own accord. Because Lonnie told us we fucked it up. I told David everything. There's another option, and we're trying to find it. You can't fight us. Tell us what you know. Let us go back through the door. And make sure that you don't have to go through this again. Because the other option is you attack us and we kill you.
Looks very scared of Piper. I don't want to kill Will.
go ahead and roll charisma. I assume you're not setting this up as a junction.
No, I'm gonna try not to. Purposefully.
All right.
Six.
Let me look at my chart again. Yeah, 6 is a little difficult. It is like 5 of you against him. You see the wheel behind him that's spinning slow. He doesn't dismiss his anima, but he seems to back down a little bit. And he says, "I'm so sorry. I can't. If I had a chance to stop this, I had to try."
This is your chance right now, Will. Tell us what you know, and we're gonna go back and fix it. We don't need apologies. I don't need stories. I don't need fighting right now. What I need is you to tell me what I need to know. What happened?
It's not safe to talk here. Follow me.
Where are you taking us?
Into the building on the right. Just out of the open. Patrols will come here through here any moment.
Okay. Stay together. Stay quiet.
As he says, he leads you just off the alleyway to a building, a ruined building, not too far. Heads inside. You follow. It's more secure, closed in here. As soon as you pass through the door, he kind of turns, and there's looks like a piece of like thin sheet metal by the door that he kind of struggles to try to pull across the entryway. Lonnie easily picking it up and moving it. He gives a grateful nod. Moves over and sits in a small stool in the corner. And immediately as you get in here, your eyes kind of adjusting the dim light, you begin to look around, and every square inch of this interior, the walls here are painted. Image upon image upon image, just stacking on top of each other, forming this collage of nonsense, almost of visions that he has forced or had, and the floors, the walls, the ceiling, everything is covered with this motif. A sense of desperation carrying with it. There's a small scorched area on the ground where it looks like he probably had a fire. A few dozen tin cans scattered around, the remnants of any food that he may have gone through. He sits there sort of aching, letting out a weary sigh as he does, and says, I looked everywhere, and wherever and whenever I could for answers. And I just keep saying the same things. Points to a small image, looks fresher, on the wall across from him, and you can see an outline of a few figures stepping out from like standing in front of a door. The images are abstract, but you can vaguely make out at the center one seems to be shining brighter than the others. One depicting sort of a cowled figure, another that seems sort of pink and purple and vibrant, another that has a sort of a rounded body like a turtle, and the last one that seems to be almost amorphous, carrying in sort of this smoky, wispy substance. And you pick up pretty easily that these are probably representations of yourself from his vision. And Will says, "That was the only good sign that I had in months. And I hoped that I could wait here and find you. Stop you if I could. All I've been able to piece together is that you succeeded in stopping David and gathering the pyramids. You broke them. And the world along with it. I've looked for alternate futures, different paths to take. I traveled into the mirage for a time, following the doors, looking for a way out of this, but this was all I found. Everything ends here.
Sorry, old timer. Lonnie will throw him a bag of sweets.
Oh, picks them up, pockets them.
You guys believe me? Okay. Now we fix it.
David lets out a long sigh and says, "But how? If we leave things the way they are, this happens anyway. If we don't let out the Zodiac, this is what happens."
Right. So we need to let out the Zodiac.
We're gonna need a lot more firepower to fight the Zodiac than just us and the system.
But we might not even need to fight them.
Are you kidding?
Better to be prepared.
Isn't that what caused this in
Will.
the first place? Was we broke the pyramids and then the barriers broke down. And then everything got loose.
Will steps and says, "The barriers breaking destroyed the Zodiac. The power that they released is what tore open the Mirage."
Because they were in the Mirage.
But David, I've seen what happens if the Zodiac are let free, too. It's not what you think. Things don't go the way you want. David perks up at this a little bit, looks concerned. "What do you mean?" "They don't share their gifts. They only do more of the same. They keep the power and they use it. And us. And you. I can't say that world is worse than this, but I don't know if it's much better. You can't put your faith in them." David seems to stagger a bit at this. His paradigm shifting. "Are you sure? Everything that I've read, everything that I've written, everything I've been given and passed down to me," and Will interrupts him. "I'm sure, David. If you don't trust them, trust me. Your friend, please." David gives a slight nod, but seems to sort of retreat in on himself, considering.
There's a reason they were locked away in the first place.
I hate to rush this, but we really do need to be getting back.
Right.
Thank you. Will.
Change this. Don't let this come to pass.
We will.
Anything you can do, and especially looks over to Penny. You can change this. I know it.
I'm gonna try. She'll give him a hug.
Accepts your hug, and he feels frail and small, but he warms in your embrace and gives a slight smile of resolve and a nod. "Go. It's too dangerous here."
I'll lead
You
the
all
way.
follow Lonnie.
As we're stepping through the portal, Feng will turn to Constantine. I need you to just tell me one thing. How did you acquire the second pyramid? Specifically.
Right. It was being kept in a museum just outside of Cairo. Delilah acquired it for us.
And you didn't meet with any of the Guardians?
You know of the Guardians?
Let's just say that your and my family kind of do the same thing. Listen, if they are
The
still...
Black Tortoise.
We can get over killing each other when we solve this problem. But right now, if we could find the third house, they should also be informed.
They're gone.
If the methodologies are the same, the anima should have passed to someone.
They've been gone for generations.
What did that anima do?
Unknown. I only saw it in a vision.
What
I'm
was
not
the
sure,
vision?
Heather.
Did you see what the anima did or what it looked like?
No. Well, by the time I had gotten there, they had been slain.
So maybe there's someone out there that has this anima and they don't really know what it is?
Perhaps. It's unlikely that they know anything, but perhaps.
Also too late to train them up. We'd be taking a fledgling in to fight way over their head.
I have writings on the Zodiac. Back at my home. I'll share any information that I have. But from what I know, they were immortal. The first of us.
I'm trying to recall, did we get information on some of the Zodiac helping to seal the rest away, or was that just something my brain's making up with?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
All the Zodiac were sealed. I will pass along the information that I have, but I don't know how we could defeat these people.
We don't
But it
have to
doesn't
do
seem-
it right away, right? I mean, they've been locked away for a millennia. We can come up with a plan before we open it, right?
Something's gonna give.
Right, because this is a crux point. You think time is going to try to correct it no matter what?
If that's your working theory, yeah.
I'll take you back to my home. We can speak more on it there. We have work to do, I guess.
Going to stop by the shop and pick up whatever writings I can find. I'll take it over.
All right. David, still seeming in a daze and not really sure what to make of any of this, follows along as Lonnie leads everyone back to the door you entered through.
Lonnie does linger on the door for a moment before leaving. But we'll lead everyone back.
All right. And that, because it is 10 o'clock now, is where we should probably end our session. This was a dramatic one.
Heavy.
This was very heavy.
We need more bees.
We need more
Dark
bees.
night of the soul.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with the gravity in the future? Why is everything so heavy?
Like I've said many times before, I don't really plan much for what you guys are thinking. I was expecting a big fight with either Constantine or Tartarus or something like that, and y'all did drama, and I love it. I'm all for that. That was super fun. I'll put on some less. We haven't had any happy music today, so I'll put something a little peppier on. But yeah, we're really getting into finale area here. We'll talk more about that off stream, and what to expect. But looks like we're reaching our end of season 1 very quickly. Thank you to LB for joining us and guesting here today. I think we might try to have you back next time too, since Lonnie's still around. I think can definitely provide some more help here, but we'll discuss and figure out the details there. Let's go ahead and figure out XP. All right. End of session questions. Number 1. Did you participate in the session? Yes, if the answer is yes, you get an XP. Question number 2. Did you use your anima's abilities to overcome an obstacle, challenge, or threat? I think you all did. Feng used his...
Does talking to Miss Persimmon count?
Actually, yeah, I guess you didn't really use your anima ability. No, I don't think. Yeah, I guess Penny didn't. Did you solve a... so mark an XP if you did that. Did you solve a mystery or save some from danger? I'm gonna say yes. You definitely solved a few mysteries. You saved Lonnie from danger in one way or another. She kind of saved herself, but you got her out of the mirage and she's back with y'all in a safer environment. So yes, there you get XP. Did you learn something important or find something valuable?
Yeah.
I think you learned a couple of important things. Yeah. Like
Hello,
Grandpa.
I am exposition.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Lonnie's last name. Lonnie Exposition.
You learned that Grandpa can operate a phone to order pizza. I think that's pretty important. So XP there. And then last is, did you have any complications because of your virtue, vice, or drive? Yeah.
Lots of questions.
Okay.
Awkward.
Cool.
ones.
Sounds like most everyone got 4 or 5 XP.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone go up to 8?
2 away.
Nice. Wonderful. So, with all that being said, thank you everyone out there for watching. Very much appreciate you being here. Like I said, this is a very heavy episode, so that's it's good. I want to give you guys room to RP and not just throw combat at you for combat's sake. So that was great. I'm glad you didn't kill Will. Thank you for not killing Will. That would have been very sad. This is at least bittersweet, I think. We will be back in 2 weeks for our next session. Join us in the meantime tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern, or 3 o'clock Eastern time, as we're going to have be playing a little bit earlier tomorrow for Slang 101. Savannah runs that. It's Monster of the Week. We're kind of getting into... God, we're getting into sort of a season finale there too, aren't we? How are these all happening at the same time? We've been running these shows for anywhere between like 4 months to like a year and a half, and 2 years, I think, for Slang 101's been going on for a long time, I'm realizing. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got just so many shows that are wrapping up, and all sorts of new stuff that's going to be starting in the wake of that. So definitely tune in for that. Join our Discord. It's the best place to stay up and in the know about everything that we've got going on. Also follow us on Twitter and subscribe to us on YouTube for all of our VODs. Anyone have anything they want to plug or promote before we get going? No? All right. Well, once again, thank you to my lovely players for being as awesome as always. Thank you everyone out there in the chat for watching. We will see you all in 2 weeks. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.